memories call, shadows whisper down the hall, footsteps echo in the dark, another case, another spark. Digging deep, the secrets hide, truth and buried, it survives. Piece by piece we break the lies, light up and analyze. We're seeking truth, no stone unturned, every clue, every word. Justice waits in hidden rooms, we won't stop, we're seeking truth. Victims lost and gone, echoes scream but life moves on. Faded faces, mystery calls, answers waiting in the walls. Digging deep with secrets hide, truth and buried, it survives. Piece by piece we break the lies, light up and analyze. We're seeking truth, no stone unturned, every clue, every word. Justice waits in hidden rooms, we won't stop, we're seeking truths. Through the static, through the fear, we'll uncover what's unclear.
Oh, I'm so excited. Hey, girl.
Through the static, through the fear, we'll uncover what's unclear. We're seeking truth, no stone unturned, every clue, every word. Justice waits in hidden rooms, we won't stop, we're seeking truths. No, we won't stop, no, we won't stop, we're seeking truths.
Woo. Okay, here we go. Here we go. And we're here. Hello, hello, hello. Let me go to the comments, and we're gonna say hello to Daisy. I'm so glad you're here. I might be past the 15-minute that I was supposed to be here. I just was trying to find all the information that I could get to give you guys kind of a refresher of what this was about. I know we covered this when it happened in August of the 25th. Hold on. Hold, please. Come on. I don't cut all day long. Come on. Are you coming in or not? Okay, thanks. I'm in a live. Husband's talking about Call of Duty, so and my cat was taking forever to get his butt in here. Y'all remember midnight, so he's hanging in here with us. Daisy, it is so crazy that they're trying him as an adult. I don't know. I think the 911 call that they mention in here kind of like puts it like they must have seen something, or other people have come forward because now they're not saying it's self-defense, but he is being tried as an adult. He's 16-year-old is the suspect, and his name is John Jackson Jr. Hi Amy, hi. I'm so glad you girls are here. So yeah, we covered this back in August, and this is somewhat in my neck of the woods, not all the way my neck of the woods. I don't usually go over that side, but it was just that side's more like is they don't like the article says when I pull up a couple of these articles, it tells you, there was a really tight knit community, and they don't usually have that kind of stuff happening. And like I said, I live on the east, and this happened in Point Place, which is a really nice area. Kind of like a suburb, I want to say they describe it as. But the victim was a 14-year-old boy who was stabbed to death. 911 call or tape, or what I read earlier, says that he, I think John was the one that he was raised in Point Place. Yeah, I've heard really good things about Point Place, and like that they're a very tight-knit community. Not a lot of that stuff kind of happens. Homicides are not usually, yay, Spitfire in the house. Welcome, guys. Yay. I know it's been so long since I've done a live. Life has been crazy. A little quick update on me. I know the last time I spoke and said anything was that I had found out that I had an accidental mass or a tumor. The only way to really find out if that is cancerous is to do like a biopsy. When the CAT scan caught this back in May, they wanted to just wait till for 6 months. I had a checkup on it, and it went from a 3.7 to a 5.8. When I got the results back from my stomach doctor and I had seen that it needed to be contacted right away, hold on. Okay. Anyways, back to my husband was yelling at the dog. His dog's barking at the other dog that's outside being walked by their owner. He thinks he owns the block. But anywho, so when I got the second results back from my stomach doctor, I knew it was something serious and I needed to get into a OBGYN / gynecologist. I won't get into the whole story of why I'm terrified and scared of them people, but I had bad happening with one in 2019. But I met with a doctor, and I met with two different doctors. One was one that might be taking it out if it grows anymore. She said it'll have to come out and be tested. I did go through the blood work for the ovarian watch, which is really cool that they have this technology, especially for women. I have my grandmother, my mom's mom. They back in the day they thought she had the other cancer, and it turned out to be ovarian. And they say it's very rare for that to turn out that way, but both of mine came back negative. It's just right now they don't know. I'm so sorry. I heard that you had colon cancer and you're in remission. They say that cancer is colon cancer is very scary, and it's very high cancer. I'm so sorry, and I'm so glad you're in remission. Well, hello. Give me one. I can't do a live with not both animals in here. Now wait a minute. If you're gonna be in here, you don't mess with him. He's in the bucket. Leave him alone. You wanna go back out? You're freezing. being outside too long. Don't mess with your brother. I mean it. So she said, let's test it. Or she's like, let's wait and check it in 3 months. So she did say if it does grow if it grows any more within 3 months, then she wants to take it out and biopsy it to make sure that they think it's just a mass, but it's on my left ovary. I do have really bad, the stomach doctor found this because my nose wouldn't stop running for over a month and a half, okay? My nose was just pouring out water out of my left nostril. Come to find out, I have silent heartburn, and then I have the regular heartburn when you feel it. Silent heartburn is when you don't feel it. So I could have it and not even have any signs of it. But what it was doing was it was tearing up my esophagus and my stomach lining. So that's why I had originally went to the ear nose doctor found this. So went from ear and nose specialist to a stomach doctor who then found the left tumor on my ovary, and I have a spot on my left lung, and with CAT scans and things like that. X-rays are different, but they try not to give you too much radiation and CAT scans and all this, and it was just a mess that I was going through for a while. So, let's see. Let me go read some of your comments. I missed you going live. I have missed it too, Spitfire. I have. I hope it's not cancer. I'm in remission right now. I had colon. I'm glad you're in remission. I am so happy that you are doing better, I hope. And you're in remission, so I'm going to stay positive. Make sure you stay positive. It's hard when you have cancer and it can come back at any time. Like if you got rid of it. My stepmother, her cancer started out as stage 4 cancer of the lung. She has the small cell cancer, which is the fastest growing cancer. One of the fastest growing cancers. You guys hear Scoob tonight? Scoob's a busy night, man. So it's a fast growing cancer. She beat that for 2 years, and then it came back for her stomach and liver. My liver does have a couple scars on it, probably they said that the incident in 2019 caused the scars in my liver. Okay, let's see what's Spitfire. Let's see. I'm gonna go back up here. I don't want to lose a spot. My doctor flipped out on me because he did a chemo and radiation first because he didn't want me to go. Excuse me. I shouldn't have had that dang Alani. Chemo and radiation first because he didn't want me to go through surgery and wear the bag. It worked. It didn't have to have the surgery. Oh, yay. Well, I'm so glad that worked. Oh, thank you, Daisy. It means a lot to me. And I will keep praying for you too, girl. Stay positive. Just think you're in remission. It's not going to come back. Just try to stay. I know it's hard. My stepmom had her downs and days, and, it's sad because this cancer, and it's just, I was shocked to find out that I even had a mass on my ovary. Then I have, GERD for my acid reflux really bad, and I have GERD, I think is what they call it. I don't have a gallbladder, so there's kind of like my update. So these couple past months, I've been to doctors, I've been to, and on top of that, I'm taking care of my mother. My mother is 73 years old. So I try to make sure she has surgery coming up to get her cataracts removed. Um, she's very, very nervous, but she hasn't driven in over a year. And my mom loves to drive. It's like if I have any drivers out here, you know what it's like to be able to drive. It's like a freedom. It's like a you know to me it's a privilege to be able to drive because it's a right. Like everybody wants to drive and have like their license. It's every kid's American dream to have their license, and it's a great accomplishment. So I got my license when I was 18, and I couldn't live without my license. But like when I get too overwhelmed and stuff and anxiety, I like to take a drive sometimes. But with the weather right now, we won't be taking no drives. Okay, so just want to give you guys a little bit of an update on my health wise, because I've heard there's things out there floating that I don't have health problems and I'm a scammer, and I just wanted to make sure that you all know me. You've seen me, you know what I look like. But yeah, I had some health problems, and most of it, we get it from our parents, and that's one thing that kind of, like we inherited a lot from our parents. So, um, back to Xander. Xander was 14 years old. Now, his mom says Xander got off on a wrong start, and that he had changed his life around. And I believe it when his mother speaks about him. And just to show you guys, like I'm here, I have my hair's drying. I just got out of the shower a little bit ago. Um, let me read this really quick about a biopsy. And guess I still have a pathology report, so they didn't get all with the biopsy. Oh no! Their doctor never did anything. Oh my God, Spitfire! You've had an awful doctor too. I hope you're feeling better as well. It's been a mess, and then I have to deal with the government, and it just sucks. Like I keep getting hit from either well, I told Job and Family Services they can keep their $24 in food stamps. I'm not. It's too much of a big old deal. Like I ain't messing with that crap for $24 in food stamps. It's like, but their insurance is what I get. I get insurance from that. It's just been a mess. It's like either 1 minute I have a hard time getting medicine or getting insurance through these people, and then I get insurance, and then I get told I can't get that insurance no more, and it's like, what? I just been playing a runaround game, and then with the other thing I've been playing a runaround game with it's a pain in the ass, and I feel like I don't get anywhere. So, let's go with, let me see if I remember how to do this. It's been such a long time, you guys. So, okay. That was weird. Okay, so let's go to this one. This is going to give you guys kind of an update. Now I don't have chat pulled up, but this is Point Place residents are shocked by a fatal stabbing in a community that rarely sees violent crimes. According to WTOL, well, 11, the fatal stabbing of a 14-year-old Xander Epps is Point Play's first homicide in at least 5 years. Let me know in the comments if you guys can. I'm going to pull my comments up on my phone. Let me know if you guys can hear. So, let me know if you guys can hear this. Put a 1 in the chat. Please and thank you. We're going to go now.
Say it happened near the McDonald's on Summit Street Saturday night.
The victim has been identified as Xander Epps, and Lucas County coroner ruling that his death was a homicide, saying that he died from a stab wound to the chest. And a 16-year-old was arrested and charged with murder.
Sophia Pericone is live in Point Place tonight, where a memorial is building for Xander. Sophia, what are people in the community saying?
Kaylee, people here tell me they are just absolutely shocked because they say violent crimes like this one rarely ever happen here. But they also say this is a very tight-knit community, which is evident based on this memorial growing in Xander's honor.
A tight-knit community in mourning after 14-year-old Xander Epps was stabbed to death in Point Place.
It's not one of the things that we see, and that really took everyone by shock.
It makes me really nervous because we don't have that kind of stuff out here in this area.
Neighbors say Epps would have just started his freshman year at Whitmer High School. In a statement to WTOL 11, Washington Local Schools said in part, "It is with profound sadness that we were informed of the heartbreaking loss of one of our students. Our crisis team is in place to support all students and staff."
Do we have a lot of youth crime, a lot of crime? Compared to other communities, no, it's a little bit out of the norm, yes, but like I said, it can happen anywhere.
Joyce Edginger is a board member at Friendship Park Community Center in Point Place. While she says these crimes can happen anywhere, she believes the Point has a lower rate. According to WTOL 11's data, this fatal stabbing is Point Place's first homicide in at least 5 years.
5 years,
the Point Place,
guys.
Community is a very tight-knit community, and this hits everybody hard.
And I pray for both families, and Xander's family, I can't even imagine. I have a son that is their age, and I don't know if I'd be able to get up the next morning.
Me neither.
The 16-year-old suspect in this case was arraigned this morning. He's due back in court in 2 weeks. Jeff?
2 weeks, he's supposed to be back
Sophia,
in
our
court.
team spoke with Xander's family last night. What did they have to say?
Jeff, Xander's mom said he was turning his life around and he was on a good path and he was really looking forward to this new school year starting. She also said their family's lives are
How are
changed
you?
forever,
Being good.
and so is the life of the teenage suspect.
Not only was my son affected, but now there's 2 young men or 1 young man that his lives affected too, because he's about to get life in prison. If I have anything to do with it.
Good, ma'am. I love her mom. I love
There's
this
a neighborhood
mom. Can we hear that
block
again?
meeting.
She is so bad. I can't imagine what this mother is going through. But when she said that, when I watched this earlier, and I heard her say that, like, she should have every right to have or dictate to prosecutors of what he should get. Now, mind you, the other kid is 16 years old. He's 2 years older and knows you don't bring a knife to a fight. That's not how you fight. If you're going to fight, you fight one-on-one in a setting. Yeah. You just don't.
in Point Place this evening. I'm told this is something that people definitely will be discussing there. We'll bring you the latest from that tonight at 11. Live in Point Place, Sophia Pericone, WTOL 11.
I can't imagine what she's going through. And she said, if I have anything to do with it, for the son to be
Every
unalive,
year, over
she just
thousands
wants
of deaths
justice
from
for her
serious injury.
baby,
You need an experience.
Let me stop sharing that one because I messed it all up. Okay, yay, we're back. We're back to the main. There's another thing I want to show you guys, but I messed it up. Let me get rid of that. Okay, so he is going to be tried as an adult. You see what I thought he just got off work and he was heading home and they went up to him. Yeah, I've heard other things too. Let me pull up this other he said that he was heading home from somewhere and they all jumped out and like they were gonna jump him, I'm assuming. And I was kind of trying to keep that article pulled up, but I kind of messed it up here. Let me go back to the other one. And there was another suspect also arrested. Let me go back to share screen here. We're going to go to... Is this the same one that we were just at? I'm just trying to make sure we were at the right, or is this the same one that we just read here? Excuse me, Jesus, stupid Alani.
It's legal team that handles these complex cases. We're attorneys with Gallant, Tackus, and
We got an ad, so let me see.
We can help.
Coming up today on the Locked On Hornets podcast, the Hornets pick up one of their best.
That's not it. Okay, so that was not the video, but so tight-knit community stabbed in Point Place over the weekend. The 16-year-old murder charge for homicide. 14-year-old, we know that. Tiffany Burnett Jones says the incident hits even closer to home since her child's around Xander's age. Well, let's go to the other article that I have. Just trying to make sure that this one didn't say what I was reading earlier. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing that one. I'm going to get rid of that because we don't need it. And hi, we're back. All right, let's try this one more time. Sorry. I'm giving you guys like like we're on a boat or something, you know? Okay. So this is one of the updates I was going to show you guys. This is Xander. This is a 14-year-old little boy who lost his life. His mom said he changed his life all around, was going to therapy, doing the things to be a young man, you know? So a teenager is accused of killing a 14-year-old in a stabbing in Point Place will be tried as an adult, court records show. John Jackson Jr. was certified to be tried as an adult for the death of Xander Epps. A Lucas County grand jury indicted him on January 15th on the charges of murder and felony assault. It happened August 25th. It happened of August 2025. The police said that There was a fight on Summit Street and it escalated into a stabbing. Epps then ran toward a McDonald's on Summit Street and 124th Street. He was taken to an area hospital where he later had passed away. Jackson attorneys previously told courts that it was a case of self-defense. Body camera footage and 911 calls obtained by 13 Action. Hey, where did you go? We were reading that. What the fuck happened? That was really weird. MSN is usually pretty good. I don't know what in God's creation just happened, but what was that? Okay. No, you're fine, sweetheart. I can't believe that. Well, that was super weird. MSN never did that to me ever in my life. Give me 1 second. I might be able to pull it back up. Give me 1 second. Okay. We're going to wait till everything gets back to normal here. Okay, we're going to try this again. I did pull it up. Okay. Let's watch the video. Come on.
Too many mattress choices? And Jr. is accused of stabbing 14-year-old.
Okay.
It's now with breaking news.
A teenage boy just indicted by a grand jury here in Lucas County for murder. John Jackson Jr. is accused of stabbing 14-year-old Xander Epps near the McDonald's in Point Place back in August. Detectives say the stabbing happened during a fight, and Epps ran to the McDonald's for help. He died at the hospital. Now, this information just coming into the 13 Action News newsroom. As we get more information about this developing story and the murder that dates back to August, you can find that on 13abc.com or the 13 Action News app.
From there.
Okay, but also, Jackson had body camera footage. He told dispatchers multiple people had hopped out at him and tried to jump him. So obviously, they don't think, his attorney thinks it's self-defense, but it's not. Another person, Ashley Strasbourg, 40 years old, is also charged in connection of the case. She's facing 2 counts of involuntary manslaughter, complicity to commission of an offense, contributing to an erroneous delinquency of a child, unruliness delinquency of a child. Prosecutors said Strasbourg also had sexual contact with Epps, and she's also being indicted on charges of unlawful sexual contact with a minor. The incident in August has shaken Point Place community. Epps, a family of Xander Epps told 13 ABC Action News he enjoyed playing football, riding bikes, and including mini bikes and swimming. My son could light up a room. My son was hilarious. He loved to make people laugh, and he looked out for those who were around him. Epps' mother, April Thomas, previously said. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys a picture of the girl, okay? I have a picture of her. So let me show you this really quick. And then I have breaking news on something that I have not seen nobody talk about yet. And it's very important that I talk about this. I haven't seen nobody talk about it. This is the lady who had sexual contacts with a 14-year-old little boy. May she rot in jail. That is sickening. That is gross. Sickening. So gross. She's also being charged as well. So we have that. I can't even. I do believe she's in custody. Okay, now. Isn't that gross? It's so gross. That is so weird. I can't believe they got her as well. So the 16-year-old boy is going to be tried as an adult. Okay, let me show you guys this. I had no idea about this case. Let me know if you guys know or if you guys have heard of this. We have an update 46 minutes ago of a missing woman named, I think it's Gail Goodwin.
The family of Kaylee Goodwin, a missing Baytown woman last seen nearly 2 years ago, might be closer to finally getting answers. Last night, detectives served a search warrant at a home in Southwest Houston. Baytown police say it is connected to Kaylee's disappearance. KPRC 2 News reporter Gage Golding has a copy of that search warrant that was served along Tidewater Drive in central Southwest Houston.
Kaylee Goodwin has been missing since April of 2024. She was last seen at an apartment complex in Baytown. That's when she...
Excuse me. April of 2024, 2 years ago. And can anybody tell me why we're just now hearing about Kaylee Goodwin? I've been on YouTube and I have not heard anything about this woman. So, anybody, have you girls, anybody in the chat? Does anybody remember this story? Because I do not remember this story. I don't remember anybody talking about her. I don't remember how she went missing. But missing since April of 2024.
got into somebody's car and she was never seen again. Her mom only hearing her screaming voice in the background of a phone call. On the other end of the line was a guy demanding that Kaylee's mom send him $600 via Cash App. Police eventually charging this man, Quan Flowers, with aggravated kidnapping of Kaylee, but she's never been found. That brings us to Wednesday night, when Baytown Police, Texas Equisearch, and Harris County Precinct 7 showed up to Ella Richardson Ward's childhood home here in Southwest Houston.
Grew up here, had a good time, grew up enjoying life here. So the dog came back here and he just sniffing towards this way. They brought the large equipment in, but first they hand dug a lot of stuff.
But why search here, nearly 2 years after Kaylee went missing? Both of these homes appear to be abandoned. At Ella's parents' house, there's no power. Inside, it's all but gutted, but we did find this.
Is this the search warrant?
I think that's the search warrant.
The warrant, dated and signed for Wednesday night, showing that detectives came here for clues involving murder, kidnapping, or tampering with evidence. The last page showing they didn't find anything here. I've been emailing back and forth with the Baytown Police Department, and a spokesperson there says detectives were here in Southwest Houston following up on a tip, but there's nothing new they can release right now. That means this mother's no closer to getting closure.
She is a piece that is missing from our family that
could you guys imagine 2 years?
Look, simply put, there's still a lot of unknowns. Why were they here searching now? And what's the connection between this house, Kaylee Goodwin, and Quan Flowers? I don't like to leave you with more questions than answers. So this is what I know. Baytown Police, they did not find any recognizable human remains, but they did collect items for further analysis in the lab. Hopefully that analysis will lead to closure for Kaylee's family. In Southwest Houston, Gage Golding, KPRC 2 News.
And I don't remember any of this. I don't remember this case. We just know she's 29 years old. Her name is Kaylee Goodwin. Missing since April 2024. We have one more that was listed 17 hours ago.
Investigators are still trying to determine what happened to Kaylee Goodwin. The Baytown woman disappeared in 2024. Crews were seen searching a home today for clues linked to the case. And new tonight, KPRC2 has obtained a different search warrant with details about where Goodwin was believed to be before she vanished. Quan Flowers is accused in her disappearance. He is now in the Harris County Jail. That is where we find our KPRC2 News reporter, Corley Peel, who has details about that search warrant. Corley.
Keith, Quan Flowers is charged with aggravated kidnapping in connection to Kaylee Goodwin's disappearance, but he's here in the Harris County Jail on an unrelated murder charge. But that search warrant we obtained is for his house, and that's one of the places police believe he took Kaylee Goodwin before she vanished. This search warrant filed on December 2024, revealing new details about Kaylee Goodwin's disappearance, focusing on Quan Flowers' home. It's where court records show he took her after picking her up from an apartment complex on April 21st, 2024. The last day she was seen. Neighbor Miss Davis has seen police at Flowers' home several times ever since.
And they cadavered off, and the police got there 3 or 4 times.
On April 22nd, 2024, Goodwin's mom called police, saying a man called her, demanding $600. Search warrant shows she heard her daughter's voice in the background, saying, "Mama, my face is deformed." A witness told police the phone call came from a home in Fort Bend County. Flowers accused Goodwin of stealing money. Court records show a witness saw him hit Goodwin in the face several times with a handgun. Police later found her suitcase with her ID in the home. Witnesses told police Goodwin showed up to a different home in Houston, severely beaten up. In the warrant, an anonymous informant told police they heard Goodwin was killed, dismembered, and her body was burnt in the backyard of the home. They accused Flowers of using a metal barrel with holes in it to burn her body. Witnesses say they saw a fire in the backyard, describing it as the worst smell they have ever smelt. Flash forward to last night. A tip led investigators to a home in Southwest Houston, where this woman's parents...
Oh my Jesus, pray the Lord that this motherfucker fries. I cannot believe that neighbors didn't report that smell or report the fire. Like, how do people see this shit and then don't report on it? And this is why a lot of murders, a lot of this shit goes unheard of. It does. This is God.
Parents once lived.
So the dog came back here, and he just kept sniffing towards this way.
Serving warrants at 2 properties appearing to be abandoned. It's unclear what evidence detectives did or did not find, leaving more questions about where Goodwin could be. And Baytown police confirmed they did not find any human remains at that property last night. They said any evidence they did collect will be taken to a lab. I did have a chance to speak with Kaylee Goodwin's mother on the phone today. She says she is grateful that there are movements in this case, and she is asking if anyone has any tips about her daughter to please contact the Baytown Police Department. Reporting live, Corley Peel, KPRC 2 News.
And we know that mother is hoping for some answers soon. Corley, thank you.
Ugh, that is so crazy that what else we got breaking here? Oh, here's one for 18 hours ago.
Tonight, we're learning investigators searched 2 homes in Southwest Houston in connection with the disappearance of a Baytown woman. We've been covering this story ever since 29-year-old Kaylee Goodwin was last seen in April of 2024. Tonight, Maria Aguilera is talking to the woman whose family owns one of the properties that was searched.
Cell phone video shows heavy police activity in a Southwest Houston neighborhood overnight, linked to the case of a missing woman.
This is pretty alarming for all of us.
Baytown police confirmed search warrants were executed at 2 homes tied to the disappearance of Kaylee Goodwin, who was last seen in Baytown in April 2024. Texas EquiSearch and Precinct 7 deputies assisted in the search.
Received a call from a detective.
One of the homes belongs to the late parents of Ella Richardson. She was served a search warrant. According to that warrant, investigators were authorized to search for evidence connected to murder, kidnapping, and tampering with evidence.
Our home was searched, but the backyard of the house next to it was torn to pieces in the backyard.
Richardson says she arrived late Wednesday night watching officers remove items from the neighbor's property. Also learning for the first time who detectives believe may be connected to the home, Quan Flowers.
What surprised me is, who is this person? Is he connected to this house? And who gave him no authority to be here?
Flowers is charged and accused of kidnapping Goodwin and faces a separate murder charge in another case.
No one stays permanently at the home.
The home has no lights. I've had the lights disconnected, no water.
Richardson says only her brother comes and goes from the home. And despite neighbors calling over the years about people at the home, she says she never encountered anyone there. Police have not said what, if anything, was found during the search. In Southwest Houston, Maria Aguilera, KHOU 11 News.
Well, what are you guys' thoughts? Okay, let me know in you guys' chat. Let me know in the chat. What are you guys' thoughts so far? What in the world, like, and this is 2 years old, 2 years ago. This man did this. Now he's being charged. But her mom needs answers. I just cannot believe this. I cannot believe this. We only have one person left in here. Oh my God, I lost everybody. Oh, we have 2 people out. I don't know. Is there somebody live right now? Headstones and Headlines is going live. You know, with the ISIS stuff, that is so, it is so crazy how ISIS is crazy. They can just do whatever they want, and I feel like they shouldn't be able to. Now, when I looked up stuff for ISIS, I couldn't find anything that they have done with children. But this case has got me baffled about this guy. What he did is so disgusting. Just so disgusting. I'm looking to see it says here, documented concerns about ICE mistreatment of minors. Multiple investigations and fact checks have been examined, and allegations that ICE agents have been mishandled or mistreated children and teens during enforcement operations. A recent fact check note that the federal reviews have uncovered instances of abuse, exploration, and improper treatment of minors. Legal consequences for agents. According to the same analyst, ICE agents who are mistreat children can face internal discipline, suspicion of termination, criminal charges in severe cases, civil rights investigated by the Department of Homeland Security. These consequences do depend on the severity of the misconduct and whether the federal laws of agencies and policies were violated. What ICE agents are legally allowed to do. GovFacts outlined the boundaries of ICE authority. So it says they may question, stop, or arrest individuals with proper legal grounds. Searches are generally required with warrants, probable cause, or consent. Detention or removal powers are broad, but still government by the constitutional protections. And this is at govsfacts.org. I wonder, hold on. Here we go. We're back. I'm back to you. I just was pulling up something. Okay, let me go back up here. Examples of aggression tactics. NPR reporting describes situations where ICE agents pulled individuals into unmarked vehicles, ran or impromptu checkpoints, broke car windows during arrest. These tactics have been raised alarms among civil rights groups, especially when minors are presented or involved. Okay, so hold on a second, guys. We're going to go for a ride. Okay, so this is Friday, January 16th, 2026. 19-minute read. Let's see. I'm not seeing. How do Jay's civil rights divisions normally investigate police shootings? Oh, this is on January 7th, ICE agent Jonathan Ross shot and killed Renee Good during an immigration operation in Minneapolis. Within days, Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche announced that there was currently no basis for a criminal rights investigation, stopping the investigation before it could even begin. At least 4 senior prosecutors from the Civil Rights Division resigned in immediate aftermath of this decision. I think we got a video, but I'm not 100% sure. Right now, I'm just seeing an ad. So this is about Renee Goodwin. No. What that Let's see if this pulls up any. Are you gonna give me? Gives me an ad, but I don't know if it's gonna show a video or just keep giving me an ad. Wow. 1012 1. Oh, you're making me mad. This GovFax has a lot of ads. I don't even know what this video is about. I think it's about Renee Good, but I'm not 100% sure. Come on.
Section. Ask your doctor about once monthly Ebglyss.
No. Alright, that's not what we want. So let's go and stop sharing that. Gonna close that one out. And we're gonna go to really quick. I want to show you guys that article, the other one. What ICE agents can do and cannot legally do during arrest. That doesn't seem like. Oh, so this is updated of 2025. Mask plain clothing agents are grabbing people and they believe undocumented immigrants, unmarked vehicles, swiftly detaining them. In some situation, agents are smashing windows of those cars in order to pull a person out. So this is just, I mean, look at this. This is pretty scary. I mean, I wouldn't want that pulling up in my neighborhood. Like, that is scary. ICE agents, police. DHS has included ICE agents as wearing vests that say police and misrepresenting. See, that's ISIS here, which is bullshit. This is ISIS, and they're representing. If we look down here, it says vests that say police and misrepresenting themselves as police or probation officers is to trick people into allowing them into their homes or businesses. For years later, a federal court ruled against this practice called knock and talk, which is putting that to a stop, to stop it. Adding the confusion by both subjects of an investigation, bystanders, is in fact that ICE agents occasionally take part in border criminal investigations. Merely their rules are governing the law enforcement right to search and to question a person. You got somebody here that's protesting, well, saying checkpoint ahead. Here's another thing called active border checkpoints in airports and large. Okay, let's read this. At border and checkpoints are likely airports or landing crossing agents have wide latitude to ask questions, search people, detain individuals. All the RAM says. Otherwise, it's important to understand the difference between consensual encounter and with immigration agents, where people have the right to leave their conversation and also detention. Whatever. Checkpoint ahead. People hold signs warning drivers. A checkpoint operated by the Metropolitan Police Department and federal agencies, including officers of Immigration and Customs Enforcement and Homeland Security Investigators, which is HIS, on a Georgia Avenue in northern part of Washington. That was on August 30th of 2025. They're supposed to use de-escalation techniques. We don't see them doing that. It says, for when I highlighted that and I asked chat, what de-escalation techniques mean? This article, the NRPR Price, explains that immigration agencies are legally allowed to use force, but only when they have reasonable grounds at the only minimum level necessary. Methods of intended to reduce tension during an arrest. Approaches that aim to avoid minimizing the force. Strategies that can help gain compliance without violence. Alternative, immediately using physical force of weapons. That's how many reports have been made being rough with teens. Here's the clearest, most accurate way to answer this based on actual reporting. There is no official national count published by DHS or ICE agents. Multiple documented cases have been reported to the press. Investigation. Okay, well, I found there's 4 cases, you guys. 4 cases of this. Case 1, 16-year-old Arnold Bazin, Houston. ProPublica reported that an ICE agent allegedly choked and beat and tackled a 16-year-old citizen that sold his confiscated phone. Case 2 is a 17-year-old American teen out of Minneapolis. A fact-checked examiner that claims that ICE officers roughed up a 17-year-old with DHS, releasing video and statements disputing parts of the aggravation. You guys, that is crazy. Crazy. Let me see. There's another case. Okay. Hold on, guys. You here? I'm here. I'm going to put it in here. I'm here. Anybody here with me still? Hang tight. I want to pull this other one up. I got the other one. Let's pull up. Okay, hold on. I'm going to share you now. Look at this. Police, ICE. ICE agents are accused of abusing a teen and illegally selling his phone. ProPublica report exposes disturbing immigration enforcement practices. I wish there was a video. That is crazy. They're all just out there like, the recent Revenant agents handling a 16-year-old citizen and confiscated his iPhone and have set ripples through both technology business communities. Public investigations uncovered and seized. That is crazy. Okay, let's go to the other one. I'm going to take you guys to the other one. Hold on. Let's see. Here we go. I'm trying to pause it. Come on.
Is telling us, and we have confirmed now that this is classes for the next couple of days. The teachers union says this comes after ICE showed up to the campus of one Minneapolis high school. Leah Bino is live at Roosevelt High School, where she is telling us, and we have confirmed now, that this is where this all happened. Leah, good morning to you.
Good morning. Yes, not only is Minneapolis Public Schools have confirmed that it happened here at Roosevelt, but also DHS and also the teachers union that I reached out to. So yes, classes are canceled today, along with sports, anything after school, community activities here, not only here, but across the entire district. That is true. The district has told us out of an abundance of caution. Now, we had told you earlier about some video that we were seeing online. We are now able to share that with you, getting permission about that. Take a look. This is what it looked like outside Roosevelt High School here yesterday during school dismissal. You can see a number of students and federal law enforcement. And visually, if you look very close, you can see what looks like a snowball thrown and then a puff of something clearly coming from an agent toward a group of young people, toward a group of students, whoever was in that crowd. I'm told.
Time I made Marvel Rivals the most hero pack shooter ever. First, some hot redhead is trying to blast my ass if you know all. All right, you reject.
Community members from the neighborhood were in that crowd as well. DHS says that was not tear gas. However, the Minneapolis Federation of Educators, they are now saying, correcting their earlier statement, they are saying it was actually pepper spray. Now, I want to go to the statement that we received just a little while ago directly from DHS. Here's what they are saying about this situation when we asked. This is their play-by-play. Border Patrol agents were conducting immigration enforcement operations in the Minneapolis area when a U.S. citizen was actively trying to impede operations. The subject proceeded to escalate his actions into violence and rammed his vehicle into a government vehicle. The subject began a 5-mile chase, putting the public and children in danger by running red lights, driving into oncoming traffic, and dangerously driving into a school zone where he finally decided to stop. At no point was a school, student, or staff targeted, and agents would not have been near this location if not for the dangerous actions of this individual. The DHS statement goes on to say, while the subject was being removed from his vehicle, an individual who identified himself as a teacher proceeded to assault a Border Patrol agent. While this was happening, a crowd began to form and grow. Rioters threw objects and dispersed paint on the officers and their vehicles. Despite repeated warnings to cease, the crowd continued with their hostilities and assaults, and officers used targeted crowd control for the safety and law enforcement and the public. And they again say no tear gas was deployed. Now I want to switch to the statement we received overnight from the teachers union. They say this afternoon, meaning yesterday, ICE deployed tear gas. They again have now corrected that to say pepper spray during the site's dismissal and abducted an MFE member who was doing their job supporting a safe dismissal process for their site. This member has since been released. We will not tolerate ICE inhibiting our city's youth from their constitutional right to attend school safely or inhibiting educators from doing their job. So those are a couple of the different statements that we have received. We talked to several people out here looking at the video. Again, now this is what those folks were seeing and what they were telling us. I did speak with a music teacher who came out when they heard inside the school that all of this was starting to gather and that something was happening outside of the school. Another witness I spoke to who lives in the neighborhood does have a similar play-by-play to what the DHS statement says, and that she saw several vehicles, large vehicles chasing another car. Everything stopped here and everything kind of spilled out in front of Roosevelt High School. And then in the midst of that, the bell rang and the dismissal started. And then we see what we see in the video. So those are the details that we are receiving at this point. But again, regardless of all of this, as an abundance of caution, school is canceled for today and tomorrow. Tom, back to you.
All right. Thanks so much. That's Leah Bino reporting live from Roosevelt High School there in South Minneapolis. Thank you, Leah. Meanwhile, makeshift memorials to...
Okay, so these ICE agents are at the schools too, and they are disrupting things there. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys... Let me see what this one says. Do we have an ad?
police showed up to the campus of one of their Minneapolis schools. Leah Bino is live. She's at Roosevelt High School where this happened this morning. Leah, good morning.
Okay, well, I'm going to stop sharing that. I'm going to close that out, and I'm going to close that out. All right. We got 2 people left. I guess I was kind of boring at the end. No, I just wanted to give you guys a touch base with that. I've been looking at ISIS, and that was in one of my notes. It was to check. So there is it gave me 4 cases that these individuals have confirmed reports involving teens. Case 1, Case 2, Case 3, Case 4. There's 4 cases. The last one we just looked at was, I think, was with the school. But it lists the name, so maybe Saturday, tomorrow, maybe I can come live and I can research these boys. It looks like I said, we have an Arnold. We have the Roosevelt High School one we just looked at. So case 3 we looked at. We have case 4. Case 4. And what I'll do is tomorrow I'll type in. This one is in 16-year-old. RHOD. I can't type right now. ISLAND for island. Courthouse. Then we have, we did case 3, which was Roosevelt. Case 1 was the Arnold. That is in. Houston. All right. Case 2, I can't really see what case 2 was. So yeah. I hope everybody has a great rest of your night. Thank you all for coming and being here with me. Sorry, it was a pop-up, kind of spare the moment. I had just got news about that case, and I know we all followed the case with Xander. My heart goes out to his family. I hope that she does get to have every right and every say into, what happens, gets, with the prosecutors. She did say that if she could help it, she would have him doing life. And I think that 16-year-old boy should be able to serve life in prison. His actions of a 16-year-old boy took a 14-year-old boy's life. Therefore, I do believe that he should be held to the fullest extent. And now he's being tried as an adult, so there shouldn't be any leeway. I'm glad that the prosecutors are taking this serious and charging him as an adult. if y'all see anything you want me to look at, especially Daisy, if you were around from this area, any cases, anybody sees anything, just let me know. I did put a few links in here. I did put my Cash App in there if anybody would like to. It is totally up to you. It's not mandated. It's not, and if you do hear anything about people, like rumors, try not to always believe what you hear. This platform has a lot of not so nice people, evil people, and there's a lot of trolls on here. They'll make up things, and so just be careful of your surroundings and who you watch. That's why I just kind of try to stick to true crime and the drama for people. It's just it's uninhabited. It's just unnecessary and unneeded. Let's keep everybody in their prayers. Also, if you could keep my nearest and closest dear friend, Papercut Tina. She could use some prayers for her right now. I'm asking, just pray for her. I know she made a live the other day. I'm going to put Papercut Tina's link in my comments. I want you guys to go over there next time she's live, and go over to last night and watch. Trigger warning, it's a very emotional live she did. And then once you guys watch that, report back to me and we can talk. I want you guys to see that first before I say anything, although she did make a live. So like I said, just please go and show Papercut Tina some love. Here is her link in here. She's a very, very near friend of mine. Little spunky, little crazy, little wild Papercut Tina. Was a wonderful lady. We rode together with the turtles for the longest time. We were turtle riders. And then shit happened, and then we weren't turtle riders, and then me, Sierra, and Papercut kind of stayed really good friends, and I love them girls, and thank you all for being here. I am going to give you guys this because I appreciate every single one of you who stopped in here to watch. I hope you all have a blessed evening. And let's go with I'll see you all later. Bye.